If you wanna see some crazy and also lazy, then you should meet me and my friends. Even though we got no money, for sure it's so funny. Yeah, everything's better with them. We're just like ooh, ooh, ooh. We don't worry about tomorrow. We just do, ooh, ooh, what we wanna do tonight.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be cleaning the master bedroom and bathroom, which is Heather's. And then I'm going to clean the kitchen. But first of all, we went to Heather's principal's office and decorated it because he's the biggest UT fan ever. I thought she was, but I think he's got her beat. So we went and did that, and he walked into it on Monday morning and he loved it. So that was really cool. That was fun to do. It's always fun to just put a smile on someone's face when they walk in on a Monday morning, for sure.
Just laughing, the neighbors try to shut us down, but you know they can't blame us for acting shameless. Now we just like to have some fun. We're just like ooh, ooh, ooh. We don't worry about tomorrow. We just ooh, ooh, ooh.
From what I hear, he's pretty OCD. He had some pens laying on his desk and they were spaced perfectly apart. They were all pointing in the same direction. The people that work with him said that he is so OCD, he can't stand anything out of place. So we were very careful, Randy, not to mess up your things. So Tennessee is on a winning streak. I'm not a huge Tennessee fan, but I know the Tennessee fans are so excited about this. And I was so glad for Heather because she wanted them to win so bad. She actually tried to turn it off and I was like, no, you're going to watch it. So she was so glad she did because the ending was great. But he is a pretty big Tennessee fan. He has the coolest things.
I'm just wasting time, but I don't want to let it go. I don't want to let it go. And I know that I might not be fine, but I will never let it go. There's another side of you trying to break through, able to tell the truth. No one else can see you like I do. All you ever do is say how far you wanna.
I know I've said this before, but I'll say it again because I know I have some new subscribers, but this room gets used a lot. This is where everybody gets ready and usually even showers and does makeup and hair and all those things. So this room stays pretty bad. And it's usually my kids that do it and me. But I thought I would come in here and clean this room top to bottom and her bathroom too. And just so she could walk in and have a clean space and it just feel good. She's a little OCD as well. So I know this mess probably gets to her. But this is where we hang out and watch movies, or the kids will even come in here sometimes and we'll just all sit on the bed and they'll tell us what's wrong or what's right in their life. And I think that's so important for your kids to be able just to have a sanctuary to sit down and talk to you and you just listen to them. But then Allison, she loves to come in here and watch YouTube or TV or whatever and lay in this bed. She says this bed is so comfortable. So she'll come down here when she wakes up after Heather gets up and she'll lay in the bed. Even on school days, Heather will be already gone for work and Allison will get up and she'll be like, can I sleep 15 more minutes? And she'll come lay in Heather's bed. And Heather loves that. She doesn't mind at all. She is so cool with those kids because she lets those kids away with way more than I would, but she doesn't mind. And Allison does come pick up her trash. I know yesterday she come carrying out a bowl that she had ate something out of, and that's fine. But I'm just going to raise these blinds and pull those curtains apart and let some sunlight in. And the first thing I did, as you've seen, was made the bed, because when your bed's made, your room already feels halfway cleaner. And it gives you a space just to put things that you need to throw away or put in another room or whatever. But I dust everything off. This room was so dusty, and it's not been that long since I dusted it. I don't know what the deal is with dust in our house, or if anybody else is like that, but our stuff gets so dusty so quickly. I don't understand. But anyway, I'm just dusting all that off and getting that nice and clean. And I was going to ask you too, we live in East Tennessee, so I think the lows have been in the 30s already, and we just turned our heat on yesterday. I was here all day yesterday, and I was cleaning and doing things like that and moving around, so I wasn't super cold. But when my kids came home and Heather, they were I think it was 62 degrees in here. So they were like, it's just time. So we did flip the heat on, and I set my heat on 68 because I don't know if anybody else's electric bill has went up, but I know when we moved in this house, it was December, it was cold, and we even had some like wind chill of 0 degrees or below, and our highest electric bill was just in the 200s. And over the summer, we had over $400 electric bills. I don't know if everybody's electrics went up like that. I know I did ask a neighbor, and theirs had went up a lot too. So I really dread those electric bills when it gets super cold. We always have drink bottles, and I think there was a cup from ice cream sitting here. We always have food, wrappers, candy, all that stuff, because like I said, we're just hanging out and we're eating and drinking and all that. So I got all that stuff up. There was a lot of trash. That's why I always say I start with a trash bag, because we don't ever throw anything away. But this end table was really dusty, and that little safe there collects so much dust. So I sprayed that down, and I turned this gaudy Tennessee wax warmer on. I'm just kidding. I'll just give Heather a hard time about it. I don't mind it. But I turned this wax warmer on. And then here I'm cleaning the dresser off. There was a few gift bags sitting behind the TV from just different things and mail. And you see how dusty it is. Here is Kennedy's homecoming picture. She will die when she sees that I showed you all this. And then here's Allison's, and her picture had stuck to the envelope, so there was some little white spots on it, and I'm going to have to get that off. Hopefully it didn't ruin the picture. But Kennedy hates her homecoming picture. She says, Mom, I look so fat. And I told Kennedy, I said, Kennedy, it's just a number. We're all different. Everybody's different. Kennedy's like 5'10", and I said, you're never going to be 120 pounds. You wouldn't even look right. You would look sick. But she's very insecure about her weight. And the way she practices and goes and works 2 jobs and all that, I don't know why she's not lost any. And I need to take her back to the doctor, I guess, and get her A1C checked again. She's very insecure about her weight. And I hate that, because I think society makes girls think that they should be a certain size, a certain number. And that's not the case. Whatever size you are, that doesn't matter. Weight is just a number. Of course, it's always nice to be healthy. But if you're she's big built. She's a bigger kid. And it's okay. We're all different. God made us different. And I love her no matter what she weighs or what she looks like. And I hope all you girls that are listening hear me well when I say weight is just a number. And what you look like, God made you in His image. And you own that. And you're beautiful no matter what. And beauty comes from within. I know some of the prettiest girls that are the biggest snot heads, and it makes them not pretty. It's how you act. It's how you treat people. It's how you carry yourself. That's what makes you pretty. This basket in the corner is just another one of our catch-all spots. If there's jeans that Allison's tried on for school and took back off or whatever, I'm bad to just throw them to the side just so I can make the bed or whatever. But like all the Hobby Lobby Christmas stuff is over there, and there's just so many random things. There was trash, there was clothes hangers, it was just packed with junk. So I needed to get everything out of that and put it in its place and throw things away and just straighten that up a little bit. I did end up putting the Christmas stuff back in there, and I guess I could put that in the garage or in the closet or something, but I just put it there for now, and that is good enough.
Wake up at your place, wake up at mine. Balconies and bathtubs, what you want. Why don't we just...
So like I said, everyone gets ready in here and it catches everything. Even a few of the Sprite bottles and the ice cream cup, I just sat in here instead of taking it and throwing it away because I didn't have a trash bag yet when I was cleaning earlier. But there's just so many things laying around. I mean, even fingernail polish, there's a tampon box, and we have that little basket that we put those in, but we just open the box and pull out of it, and I don't know why, because we have them sitting there. We're just so random and so all over the place sometimes. But it was just little things that needed to be put away. But this sink was pretty bad. There was toothpaste and hair and just all of the dirt all over it. So I got all that picked up so that I could start wiping that down.
Yeah, you are not like the others. A cool kind of melody. You rattled my cage without warning. Kept it up right till the morning. A new kind of ecstasy. You found a different side of me, the one I'd like to be. A different side of me, yeah. You found a different side of me, like someone pretty neat. A different side of me, yeah. There are no stop signs, counting down till we take flight. It's how you make me feel. Yeah, yeah. Let's call in sick and be lazy. I'm all for doing what's crazy, 'cause you make it real, yeah. You found a different side of me.
So I thought I would give you all a beautiful close-up of all the nastiness just to show you how dirty it was. And it doesn't take but a few days for it to get back in this shape. And that's so frustrating because you get one end of the house cleaned and then the other end of the house needs it again. And I was out of bathroom cleaner, the spray cleaner, so I had this Lysol and it kills germs. So I just did this the old-fashioned way. I've seen my mom fill a sink up and pour Pine Sol or Lysol or something like that in it and clean like this growing up all the time. So I just stopped that sink up. The other sink wouldn't stop up. I don't know what the deal was with that, but I stopped this sink up and poured some Lysol in this, and I just dipped my rag into the soapy water and just cleaned it, and it did fine. I did go to the store this morning and get some cleaner though, so I will be cleaning with something better next time, or something easier. I'm not going to say better, but this did the job. It looked really good, and it was really clean when it was all over with. So if it works, it works.
Side of me, the one I'd like to be. A different side of me, yeah, yeah. You'll find a different side of me, like someone pretty neat. A different side of me, yeah, yeah.
Everybody makes mistakes, 'cause no one can be perfect. It was just one kiss, but that don't justify it. I know what I did was wrong, But it's like I did it just to spite you, because all we ever do is fight. Oh, and I really think it's time we say goodbye.
This toilet, guys, I didn't even know if I should show it. It was so bad. It was terrible. But this toilet, I don't know what it is about it, but you can clean it in a couple of days. There's that ring again. So I don't know if I need to let some bleach soak in there or something to get that completely gone. I mean, it came off, but it will be right back. And I did wipe the rest of this toilet down and spray it and clean all the way around it and did all the things and showed all the little nooks and crannies that I cleaned. And my camera had died and I didn't even know it. So I didn't get to show that, and I hate that because it was so satisfying. But I did do that before anybody comes at me that I didn't finish the toilet. I did. But we had that shelf fall and break the top of the toilet lid. And if you've watched my previous videos, I've talked about that. So there was still some glass from that, just in different places. So I got that all up. And like I said, I was out of spray cleaner. So I just put some hot water in this tub, poured the rest of my Lysol in there, and I used that up. So that's good, because I'm notorious for having 20 different bottles of cleaner with maybe a third of the cleaner still left in it. And I guess I just buy new things and I'm excited to use something different, so I don't finish one cleaner up. But I really need to do that because that takes up a lot of space under our cabinets as well. But I cleaned this tub and it's not perfect. It was just a little quick clean until I bought some cleaner that would do a better job. But I did clean this, and I'm just rinsing all the stuff out. I put all the stuff back. And then I'm going to start on these floors. I shook these rugs out. And that's where half of this dirt's from, is from me shaking the rugs out. But I shook those out, and then I pulled out the Bissell, and I was going to give that a quick mop, which it vacuums and mops at the same time, so it saves you time. So I mopped that, and while I was mopping and cleaning the bathroom, Lexi had called, my oldest daughter, and she's married, and we were just talking about just the different seasons of life, the different seasons of marriages, and all those things. And I will say, I told her, as far as marriages go, marriages have different seasons. There's been times that I've been really happy, and there's been times that it's not been great, and you just stick with it. And I told her, I'm not one to say anything about that because everybody knows my past situation, but marriage isn't always fun, and it's something that you have to work on, and it takes both. It can't be all one-sided. It takes both people to work and to make that better. But we were just talking about that and about bills, and I was like, doctor bills are always going to come. That's just part of life. You're always going to get a random bill. There's always going to be something tear up and you're going to have to replace it, and that's just life. And that stinks, but that's just how it is. And those things are tough when you start out in a marriage. But I did enjoy talking to her so much. It's so funny how that when your kids are grown, I feel like I had a harder time letting go of my kids. I guess I was a control freak to an extent, and I sheltered my kids somewhat. And she was my firstborn, so she was the first one that moved out and I had to let go of, and I lost control of. And it's hard to see them make decisions and to make choices that aren't going to be the best for them, but you just have to sit back and watch it and let it unfold. And they learn from it, and that's just life, and that stinks because you never want to see your kids get hurt, and sometimes you can see what's coming and they can't. But they know best, and they have to learn themselves, so that's what happens. But it's so funny how you go through phases, even with your children, that, growing up, you provide for them, you take care of them, you love them, but you have total control, and then you lose that. And then I think you kind of go through a phase where Lexi and I went through a phase where we butted heads a little bit, and she knew best, and she was right and I was wrong. And, you just learn. It's a learning process. But now she'll call and we'll talk, and she's just like one of my best friends. And it's so neat how it goes from you being their mom to you being their mom and their best friend. My mom is one of my best friends as well. And I went through the same thing, and I had to learn myself. And that's just part of life, but that is tough sometimes.
Look at your pearls hanging by.
I know you all had seen that I bought this carpet cleaner, and I did everybody's carpet. I did mine and Kennedy's and Allison's and the rug in the living room, but we didn't do Heather's. And we sit here and get ready at this little mirror, and we do our makeup and our hair, and it just gets stains from makeup or just different stuff, hair products. So I use this little tool to scrub some of those stains out, and then I go over it with a carpet cleaner, and I will say that most of it came up. So that looked so much better.
Can't believe it's already over. Too late to talk and fix whatever's broken. I always thought love like ours would last. I never knew.
So this is what her room looks like when it's cleaned, and it is so pretty. I love her furniture. I just think this room is so pretty. And then her bathroom, we gave that a good clean and lit that candle there, and it smells so good. But this is what it looks like, and it feels so much better. She was like, wow, you cleaned my room. She was so excited. But when we turned our heat on, we noticed that our house smelled like, I know there's a burning smell, and I think that's normal, but there's just a funk smell going on, and I can't even explain it. And it's not overpowering, but I think it's coming from the vent, because we didn't smell it until we turned our heat on. So I found this little air freshener at Food City, and I take that out of the package there and hang that, and that smells so good. The whole house smells like it. I guess because that's the air return, it blows into every room, but the whole house smells so good.
They're all the same, but I'm ready. No, never ready.
You guys know that I'm not the best at cleaning my kitchen before we go to bed at night. So I always walk back into a mess. And the times that I do take the time at night to clean my kitchen and wake up to a clean kitchen feels so good. But I just am so tired by the time like 8 or 9 o'clock rolls around, I'm just dead. So I walked back into this morning. We had KFC last night, so we had all of the chicken and the potatoes and gravy and mess laying around. So we cleaned that up. Kennedy woke up about 2 o'clock in the morning, and she called me and she's like, Mom, I feel so bad. I feel like I'm going to throw up. I feel like I'm going to pass out. I feel like I'm running a fever. And I was like, well, okay, let me come in there and check to see if she had a fever. And she did. And I don't know if it's a stomach bug or the flu, but she's just laid around today, and she feels so bad, and she's tried to call people to get them to work for her, and she can't find anybody to work for her, and that stinks because she's always the first one to say, yes, I'll work for you. And I understand people have plans and maybe they can't, but I hate for her to go to work and give that to possibly little kids. She works at a little fitness place, and she's childcare there, so I hate for her to be around all those babies, because I know that there's some about 2 months old, and I just hate that. And maybe somebody will end up calling before it's time for her to go to work and say they can work for her. So fingers crossed that happens. But just cleaning the counter off here, and I had some groceries, just a few things, and I'll show you that. Didn't really do a haul, but I set everything out. You'll see me unbag it, and wanted to clean the counter off so I would have a clean space to do that.
Playing with my feelings, and you do it just Hey, won't you pour me another? I'm going in, so wish me good luck. Yeah, gotta put on my favorite song. I need a boost. Let's turn up the love. No, it is way too late, but I just can't get my eyes off you. Maybe we will regret this, but tomorrow is another day. And I will do anything to get your love. Hey, won't you pour me another? I'm going in, so wish me good luck. Yeah, gotta put on my favorite song. I need a boost. Let's turn up the love, because it's on.
One thing I need to do is go through every cabinet in this kitchen and clean it out and organize it. We just threw things in here when we moved in, and some of it doesn't even make sense as to why we have it there, but I really need to do that. And of course, here's Flash hoping that I spill something or drop something so he can look it up. So I gave him this biscuit from KFC that was left over. And, you know, it's a zoo around here, so I thought I would include the little kittens that are running around everywhere. But I was just raking out all these dishes, and I kept looking at the camera here because my camera kept cutting off, and I don't know what the deal is with that. And I even lost some footage because I went to Allison's room and got all of her dishes, and I showed that, and it's probably like meant to be that got cut out because it was disgusting. Y'all probably didn't even want to see it anyway. But I kept looking at the camera to make sure it was still on because that was driving me crazy. But I unloaded the dishwasher. Hate doing that. Almost as much as I hate doing laundry. I would rather clean toilets all day as to do one load of laundry. And usually we'll do all of our laundry on the weekend so we don't have to do it through the week. And that's why you don't really see me doing laundry that much. And Heather usually does the laundry. I'm the world's worst to leave a load of clothes in the dryer for like 3 days and then fluff them 10 times before I actually pull them out and hang them up. But not her. As soon as that buzzer goes off on the washer or dryer, no matter what she's watching or what she's doing, she will stop and run to that washer or dryer and do it. And I don't know if she just enjoys being so motivated. I don't understand, because that is not me. I have no motivation when it comes to laundry. So if anybody wants to give me some tips or tricks on how to be, let me know, because I suck at laundry so bad. I always said if I was rich, I would just buy clothes and wear them and then like donate them and then like have new clothes to wear again instead of washing. But you know, this is the real world and that's not practical for sure. So we have to get laundry done, and I do help her every now and then. But she'll do the kids' clothes, my clothes, and she'll do them a lot of times before I've even noticed that she was doing them, because of course I would jump in and help, and I do jump in there and help her. But she just enjoys doing laundry, and go for it, sister, because that is not me.
But somehow I need you close. I'll go wherever you go. But I just don't know if I'll dance with the lights on. If you're gonna be moving on solo, wait a second, 'cause they're playing the best song. I'll be there if you reach out to me. Reach out to me. Reach out to me. Wanna be free.
So I didn't give you all a close-up of the floor or the appliances because honestly I was embarrassed. It was so disgusting. Especially the dishwasher and the stove. The fridge wasn't bad, but those two appliances were terrible. And I don't know how they get so dirty, but they were terrible. I ended up using Lysol, the lemon Lysol, in my mop bucket. And I put a little bit of bleach in there because we have animals running around everywhere. And I just feel like bleach does the job a little better. But I'm wiping these down and getting that clean. And then I sweep, mop, and get that floor cleaned up. And that is all I did. This was actually 2 different days. This was I think the next day or either the day after that I did the kitchen. That wasn't all in one day. Editing takes probably twice as long as the actual cleaning part. So It takes time. But thank you guys so much for watching. You all don't know how much it means to me that you take time out of your day to watch my videos. And that means the world to me. I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. But thank you so much. And if you don't care to like and subscribe, that would mean the world to me. And I hope you guys have a super blessed day.
Can't stop, yeah. I always knew that this would happen, yeah. You would find a new distraction. I need you more, need you here, more than I would like to admit. Can we let go of tomorrow? Yeah. You never break, you never lie, you never ever scared of the dark. So why am I the one who cries? I'm so afraid to be left behind. I think about you a lot. It's almost like I can't stop, can't stop, yeah. You never lose an argument, so I've been trying hard to pretend that I'm okay. It's just a phase, and everything is going just great. I think about you a lot. It's almost like I can't stop, yeah.